Hey guys, it's Sunny with Sunny Healing Intuitions. Welcome back to my channel. We're starting over, new season, new vibe. So I'm coming to you for the full moon in Gemini reading. Just so we can, touch base on what's been going on with me. Lately, there's been a big shift for all of us, really. For me, it has been around mostly career, my purpose in life, and I've just been kind of navigating through the healing journey, and I track, so my calendar is always full of like energy, well, I would say like astrological transits that are important for us as a collective, but also working with my natal chart at the same time. And I watch these wonderful energy updates on YouTube. And if you want to know about some of the ones that I watch, some really great different type of energies, I watch about 3 different astrologers on a pretty normal weekly basis. But let me know. I'll drop it in the next video, or send you some links personally on your comments. But I follow the lunation cycles and the astrological weather because it really is a blueprint for our lives when you're comparing it to your natal chart. And I've had a friend who went really, really, really deep into my natal chart and is really been a roadmap for me in figuring out what I'm supposed to do in life. And although I don't really feel like there's one set thing to do, I'm really aiming towards getting my Reiki certification, because the type of healing that I do with my sacred soul symbols here, not everybody is familiar with it or how it works. And, some people are just a little bit more particular, like they want to know what they're dealing with, and that's understandable, especially when it comes to your healing. So I'll be doing that and going for my life coach certification. So when I started this channel originally, I was trying to get myself out there, practice tarot reading in public, putting myself in the public eye, which, I went from being a very, very shy, scared kid to opening up in roller derby in my early 20s to really getting out there socially, and then hermiting again during my healing journey. So it's been an adventure. But now I am fully self-employed and just going by the seat of my pants. So now I've got time to come to you authentically, aim towards just the goal purpose for all of us, and helping others with their human potential to be the best you can be for yourself and others. Because the journey starts here, right? We gotta show ourselves the love in order to receive that love. When we love ourselves, we're attracting more. When we show self-care towards ourselves, others show that same, energy that we want to be treated by towards us. So it's a two-way street, but we just have to remember that mirrors are always up. When we get triggered, what is it that's triggering you? Because I guarantee you're triggered because there's something inside you need to work on. And that's just been a complete journey for me recently, but I feel like now I have more time and energy to put towards this work. So I'm really excited about this new chapter. Welcome to the new and improved channel. I'm not going to delete what's out there because this has been my unfolding, and I'd rather be authentic and show, what it's like to do this kind of stuff. If you're interested, I'll be doing workshops soon. Tarot workshop, we'll be doing healing workshops and all that great stuff. So stay tuned. A lot is in the works, but December's kind of more just getting my feet back in the water and putting myself back out there for you all. So now that we're about 4.5 minutes in, let's see what the energy is. I actually just waited until I got on to gather the energy and get this started, because this is my first video back, and I didn't even plan anything to say at first. And then my camera I aimed it towards me and I was getting set up, and then it was like 4, 3, 2, 1. I was like, okay, I guess it's ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and see what is what is the energy that we are in currently? What is happening for us currently as a collective with this full moon in Gemini? Yep, I had a feeling. So there is a full system upgrade happening, a power recall. And we are really being connected with our divine guidance, our higher self, our inner wisdom. So it says crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. This is all about your divinity, connecting with your higher self. This is going to help you to tap into your higher conscious energy if you meditate more. You know, you can't necessarily be in tune with your own energy if you don't spend at least 3 to 5 minutes a day. 12 would be better, I would say, but 3 to 5 minutes a day, just sitting quiet, still in your energy, it helps you to understand how your energy feels, so that if somebody else's thoughts or emotions are kind of scrambling with your energy, you're picking up on it as an empath. We're all empaths, but some of us have a greater ability to feel that, which is not always the best. But, you know, it helps us when we can, you know, navigate that energy. And by doing that and practicing is by getting familiar with your own energy. So I definitely recommend spending your time at least a few minutes either in the morning or at night before you go to bed. Those are the best times to do this, but any time really is good. 3 to 5 minutes. You can even start with 2 and go up from there and add a minute as you feel more comfortable closing out your mind. And the best way to do that really is to focus on the breath. So just let your mind go to ease, you know, and focus on your breath. And the minute that your thoughts start to wander, recognize it and go back to the breath. That's all you have to do. Every time, just go back to the breath. That's it. And then we've got Hathor light codes. Light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. This is about you reclaiming your power, calling back all the energy from all the places that took it, all the places you gave your power away. And I just say that in a way that, like, you know, let's just say somebody said something that got you really upset and you really went at them about it. That's you giving your power away because you allowed them to upset you by triggering you. And that's something that you need to work on within yourself. But I mean, you know, this is a learning journey. So this is why I'm explaining it in the best way I can, just so you understand what's going on. But we also have the Emerald Tablet Activation, Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, Conscious Manifesting. This is what's happening behind the scenes. So we really have to be careful about what we're thinking and how we're speaking, because words are spells when they're put out there into the universe, and the universe is always listening. So you just have to be consciously aware of the energy and the words and the emotions that you're putting out there, because thoughts create emotions, which when you take action, which, you know, could be anything. It could be saying something, it could be heading towards a different direction, whatever it is. That is how alchemy works. It's that triangle, right? So, you know, just be aware and know that, you know, everything's connected, just like I was saying, you know, about that mirror effect of, you know, somebody triggering you. Pay attention to that, because this full moon is really having a conversation with Gemini on, like, what needs to release. So pay attention and just be in the flow and don't judge it. Don't criticize it, because really all you're doing is judging and criticizing yourself. Just pay attention, allow it to flow, name it, thank it for, you know, protecting you at one point, and then just let it go. Say, this doesn't serve me anymore. I let you go with love. Okay? So let's see what is coming. What is heading our way? What does the collective need to know they don't see coming? Okay, suffering silence, but this is the number 9. So what I'm seeing here is with these mountains, she's got her wand, which means that she's ready for a journey, right? But she's been on this long, hard journey. She's at the top of these stairs and they go nowhere. And then she sees all those mountains and she's like, but the sun's coming up behind it, right? So these mountain peaks, they represent challenges. The birds in the sky represent like conversations, air, the energy of thoughts and communication. So there's an ending that's coming to the suffering and silence here. But it is that full system upgrade, paying attention to our thoughts, because we want to pay attention to that. Just it really helps, because where attention goes, energy flows. So that's good to know about when you're manifesting. You don't want to accidentally manifest lack, because that's a lack energy. See, as we get out of that lack mentality, we can build a foundation and celebrate our achievements along the way. Getting out of that headspace really helps us to connect with our heart, and our heart is what should be leading the way. And when we're faced with decisions and we're all up in our head, we're not able to think about it in the way that will sustain us. And this is confirming what I'm saying. This is building a firm foundation. This is what's happening. But it's all about connecting with your third eye and seeing the bigger picture, because we're in Sagittarius energy. That's about optimism, looking at things from a different perspective, from a bird's eye view, and then taking that arrow and pointing it and shooting it towards the direction where we want to go, right? And this is what we want. This is happy family with a stable home and safety net within our own energy, within our own foundation. This is root chakra energy, right? So just pay attention to your thoughts. Know that you are guided and protected. And if you can connect with your inner guidance, your inner truth during this full moon, having that conversation with the moon, asking for, your highest truth. Where do you need to go? Where do you need to point that arrow in order to get to where you want to go? If you're not sure of what you want to work towards, work on yourself. Okay? Work on yourself. Because we can always use a little bit more work, right? But when we're lost, it usually means we would need to go back to our home, which is here, and figure out what we need or what next steps we need. And sometimes it's all about rest. If you're tired, take the time to rest. This is a month of softness, okay? We've been through it during November, and we sure have been through it throughout 2025, but now it's about, we're almost like, once Capricorn season starts, we're going to need to start implementing what we learned this summer. I know for me, it's all been about relationships, career, and money. How I spend my money, how I look at money, why I'm afraid of being successful. That's been a big one for me. We have to just, the more honest we can be with ourselves, the better off we are, because we were really trying to help ourselves learn. And we can't help our friends if we're sitting there allowing them to be an asshole and not telling them about it. And we don't have to be rude and say, like, you're an asshole. We just have to say, like, look, man, like, I can't be around if you're not gonna, think about how you deliver, your advice, or, just things like that. Comments that you say, right? I mean, sometimes we just have to be honest and know. Sometimes people don't know until we are. People who truly support you are going to be honest with you, and we have to be open to that and listen without being triggered, because they're just trying to, I mean, obviously if they're being rude, and not being kind, then that's one thing, but we want to be open to the advice and from our friends, the people that truly support us. So I'm seeing here that there is this awakening happening, that full system upgrade, the divine connection within yourself, the power recall. This is about self-love, and this is about being able to sit with your emotions when you are being faced with something that is tough. That's, something that you probably didn't want to face, but now the full moon has been like, hey, we have to have this conversation. We have to look within. You need to show up for yourself more. You need to fill your own cup before you're out there, spreading your energy, helping others. Because I know that's a lot of us during the season, we focus on helping others, but we have to help each other, which means also ourselves. So be kind to yourself in this process, because there is a true awakening that's leading to this happiness. This could be within a family reconciliation that could be happening, I'm hearing, but also looking within and seeing how abundant you truly are. You may be faced with a truth. And, you know, if you are, just, again, don't judge it. Don't criticize it. Just witness it, okay? Maybe journal. Sit there and journal about how you feel. What type of energy does it bring towards you? You know, like, how can you work it out? Sometimes when you start writing things down about how you feel, or, you know, about a situation, sometimes the words that you don't expect just flow out on the paper, and you get a lot more insight than you would have thought, like, just in your head. Okay, so that's a really good practice. But there is an ending happening of this long journey. Okay, this is the Ten of Swords, and this is the Nine of Wands. So it's like, I'm sorry, Nine of Wands and Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is like, there's a painful ending, you know, but it's like you've been through this long, hard journey and you're tired, but most of the people give up right before the miracle happens. So don't do that, because this is you sitting there with this beautiful counterpart. So there could be some type of a union. It could be friendship, partnership, romantic, whatever it is. But there, I feel like there is some type of a oh, okay, I see this. Okay, so there could be that, what I just said, but also this could be the merging of your divine feminine and masculine energy, knowing when to take action, which I just saw 1717 on the clock. 7's about taking action, 1 is about new beginning. So there could be this merging of your energies of balance, of taking action towards your goals, and just being and observing and allowing things to unfold without being shaken up, without getting emotional, and allowing things to just be as they are, okay? Yeah, see, getting out of the head, that mental energy. So we're going to go ahead and get advice and close this bad boy out. I hope you all are having an amazing December so far. This is my birthday month, 12/29. I got lot of both my grandma's birthdays are this month. Rest in peace. They are my guides, so I definitely celebrate and feel them around me all the time. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Oh man, something is so getting removed from your life. But it's going to be something that is not serving you. Something that's going to make room for something that is abundant. We're getting these 9s here. Is the ending. You're going to have to make a choice though. There's going to be I think that when you're faced with this truth, you're going to have to make a choice. Go within the heart space, okay? Pay attention to your thoughts. Don't get hard on yourself. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. I promise. Have faith in your dreams. See, this is your spirit guide saying that you just have to have faith. Oh my gosh. That is beautiful energy. Look at that. You can just feel the beauty within that card. Yeah, something's going to be taken from you. See, it's negative. It's something negative is leaving your life. It's time to release negativity. Full moon is Scorpio. We just went through Scorpio. And this is all full moon energy besides this waxing crescent moon, which is just telling you to have faith in your dreams. Oops, that's too many. I'm not doing that many. Although I just saw Sagittarius. Okay, it came back out, so we're taking it. I put them back in there and shuffled, and they flew back out. That does not happen, okay? The same exact cards. Okay, so the first one I saw was look at the bigger picture, which is what I was saying. Look at the bigger picture, full moon and Sagittarius. We're in Sagittarius. It's not full moon in Sagittarius. It's full moon in Gemini. I am talking fast like a Gemini, I just noticed. This is full moon, which we're in Sagittarius, but it is a full moon in Gemini. So just pay attention. Speak highly of yourself, okay? Because if you can look at the bigger picture and have faith in your dreams and release this negativity, which I feel like this is a negative outlook on things from the lack energy I was feeling earlier, you're going to be fine. Look at this. Your commitment is going to be tested for first quarter moon. So like I said, you're going to be faced with the truth. Stay committed to your goals and your dreams. Look at the bigger picture. That means don't get emotional. Stand your ground. Speak your truth. And keep fucking going, okay? It's time to take action on your goals, man. This is the only thing. We have new moon in Aries. New moon is about creating something new. That's about like setting those intentions, right? And that new moon in Sagittarius is going to be a doozy because we're going to be faced with a lot of stuff this month, okay? It's not over yet. 2026, I mean, there's going to be changes coming for quite a while, but there's going to be some very fruitful things happening in the springtime. So just stay committed and don't give up before the miracle comes. Okay, guys, I love you so much. If you need any private readings, I am available. My email will be in the description box below, and I love you so much. Take care.